If I have any flyaway hairs, you know, just please forgive me if the volume's still pretty low. I'm still trying to figure out my microphone, okay? Please just cut me some slack. And today's video is about how to star in your own porn. What the? Can we, like, cut that out or something? Like, is that possible? Alright, for real, guys, we're doing this. Today's video is all about my septum piercing. If you don't know what a septum is, it's this lovely thing starring my cute little zit. Hello. I'm having too much fun with this camera. I'm sorry. So a septum piercing is basically just the cartilage piercing in your nose that hangs down. There's plenty of cool little jewelry things that you can put in there. And I felt like making a video about this just because I like to do a lot of research before I purchase something or, you know, make a decision of some kind that involves money. I looked up, you know, a lot of videos about septum piercings before I got mine, and this wasn't like a spur of the moment idea. It wasn't like, oh, I'm feeling crazy and I have the money for it, so like, let's go do it. It was kind of like one of those like, I'm ready for this type of thing, I guess. And a lot of people were super surprised when I got it just because I guess it seems like out of character of me because I only have like my lobes pierced, even though I don't have piercings in it right now. And I don't like to spend a lot of money on piercings because it's not something that I'm like totally into, so I'm just kind of like, meh, I'm gonna go the cheap route and wait till Friday the 13th. And I wanted it for quite a long time. I wanted it for about 2 years before I got it. And I wanted to get it because my nose is one of my bigger insecurities. See how I did that? Because I have a big nose. Comedy. So I was like, you know what, let's just throw a little piercing on there. It's like I am putting a ring in my nose, like I'm marrying it, like I'm gonna love it forever, you know. How am I trying to compare that to a marriage? I'm not. No, we're just not gonna do that. And I also got it there because at my job, we're not allowed to have facial piercings other than one piercing like on our lobes. I'm not allowed to have this. And it's really easy to flip up. This one I can't flip up right now because it's very small. I bought a very small, shorter septum piercing for it. But usually when I go and buy it, I ask the guy to like take his pliers and stretch it out so that I'm able to like flip it under. And oh yeah, this is the best face I'm making right now. You see, sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Anyways, but yeah, usually I'm able to like flip it under into my nostrils, but I can't do that with this one just because I forgot to ask the guy last time when I went and bought these. So I got it on June 13th I got it on June 13th, 2014, and it was a couple weeks before VidCon, my very first VidCon, so I was like, I'm gonna have this in my nose during VidCon, that's kind of weird. And so I was like, you know what, whatever, that's fine, so let's just go and do it. And I do believe that it's a 16 gauge. I heard that they usually pierce women with the smaller gauge, and then they pierce guys with the 24 gauge. My brother has the 24 gauge, and yeah, I don't really know anything about sizes or anything. Every time I go to the place to buy piercings, they already know my size and I don't tell them, so I'm so helpful right now. This is such a helpful video, Emily, good job. A lot of people ask me who want to get their septum piercing done, they always ask me if it hurts. Yeah, it hurt a little bit, but it wasn't unbearable. The only pain that I really like showed was that one of my eyes watered when I got it done, and the guy said that I took it very well, and that, I did a good job. That was a big girl. Honestly, like, if really the only thing that you're concerned for a piercing is how much it's gonna hurt, just do it anyways. It's not worth like freaking out about, I feel like, because you're gonna feel that pain for literally 2 seconds. So my advice is just it, get the piercing, who cares if it hurts. I mean, if it's really something that you want, just do it, go through with it. Don't wimp out, you know? It took me about 2 to 3 months for it to heal, but that was from like daily upkeeping, always cleaning it, washing it, whatever, after the day after I got it, you know. And as for like cleaning procedures and stuff, I've looked up a lot of different weird things of how to clean it online and stuff, and a lot of people said like salt water, so I did that for a little bit. But then when I was on vacation, obviously I can't bring, you know, salt water with me or whatever. I mean, I guess I could just make that anywhere, but what I did end up doing and what worked really well for me was just using antibacterial hand soap, because the house that I was staying at when I was at VidCon, she had like the Bath and Body Works hand soap, and it was the foam kind, and it was antibacterial hand soap, is what it said on the bottle. So I was like, perfect, this will work great. And it was like vanilla scented or something, so it smelled great, and I loved cleaning my nose with that stuff because I'd just be smelling vanilla the whole day, and it was fantastic. Anyways, I just like pumped a little bit of foam onto this Q-tip, run it under some water, and then I just shove it in my nose and just wiped around the areas where the holes was. And yeah, and it worked out really great for me, and my piercing healed really quickly. When I was comfortable with changing it, it was maybe like 4 months after, because I wasn't used to these little like tiny balls that you have to like screw on, and I was really clumsy with it and stuff. But after a while you learn to like not drop your balls. There was a couple times that I've lost balls and it sucked and I had to go buy more piercings, but that's just part of the learning experience, I guess. I know this video was kind of all over the place, but I thought it would be really helpful and nice to like have as a resource if you're thinking about getting your septum piercing done or whatever. Go for it. I like mine, and the best thing about it is if you don't like it, you can just take it out and nobody can even tell that you had a piercing there. So if there's anything else that you want me to make a video about, I would love to see comments about that below, or even on my Facebook page, or even at me on Twitter or whatever. It really does mean a lot to me when you guys like and comment and stay slackly. Yeah, alright, I guess I will see you later. I don't freaking know how to end videos ever, 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 ever.